Welcome in, Aries, to Don Williams Tarot. This message is for sun, moon, or rising placements in the sign of Aries. So if you have those placements, this message may be for you. However, keep in mind, this is a general reading and not all messages may resonate. So if you are interested in doing a deeper dive as to what's going on with you in your life, I do provide private readings. My information is listed in the description box below, or you can go to donwilliamstarot.com to my website to find my pricing and availability. I am recording this on May the 10th, 2024. I believe that this reading should carry you through the end of the month. However, I think my next round of readings will be on career and money. So please look for those. Okay. Now, one of the other things that I want to share with you, for those of you who are new as new viewers, that may be thinking about whether or not you want to subscribe, I am going to be starting to do live readings here on YouTube. Probably sometime this weekend, I'll be sending out a notice to let you know that I am going to be going live. And please be kind, because how intimidating is that going to be? But we'll get through it, because, you know, everything in life, you got to start, right, in order to get to where you want to go. So I'm being very positive and hoping that this will be a fun experience for everyone. The premise behind this is that I'm going to be offering an opportunity for you to ask a question. I will pull cards and I will answer live on screen. So if it's something really personal, you may not want to answer something that is, you know, very close and dear to your heart, unless you don't mind, because other people might not even know who you are, right? But I'm just letting you know that that's my premise as to what I'm going to do. Depending on how well we do, my whole hope is that I will be able to get additional subscribers for doing these free readings to get us our numbers up. And why that's important is because, you know, YouTube doesn't really help a new channel until after they've gotten over that 1,000 subscriber number. But not only is it the 1,000 subscriber number, but there's also a view count that they look at too. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just being the little train that could. Okay, so how I plan to do your reading today is I'm going to change my view here. You're going to see me pop into the corner. I am on a new platform. This platform does allow streaming to YouTube. And it used to be you couldn't do streaming on YouTube until after you had that 1,000 subscriber. But I think that they've changed that a little bit. So I should be able to go live here, and I'm going to try to do that sometime this weekend. So be on the lookout for the notice. So as you can see, I'm going to pull a card for you from the fortune teller cards that is just going to start your reading. I'm going to read your cards for you. At the end, I'm going to do the 5 main themes like I typically do on the from the tea leaf oracle deck. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to just go to card view like I normally used to do, so we can just concentrate on your cards. Let's get my glasses on so I can read them, so I can read what I'm doing. Okay, so your first card is friendship. Okay, Aries, so it says, a friend needs your help, your kindness, and excellent counseling skills will put them back on track. Okay, so a friend in need. So that's one of those cards where whenever you get like the the 6 of Pentacles, where it's that card of gratitude or giving to others without any expectation of anything, you know, coming back to you. I think it's a beautiful gesture. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I've already shuffled and did all of that. And your first card is Temperance, which is a major arcana. Second card is the Emperor, which is Aries. That's your card, Aries. So you're showing up big time in your reading. Then we have the 8 of Cups, the 6 of Swords, and then the Knight of Wands. Okay. So right off the bat here, Aries, looking at your cards, you do have these two major arcanas, and you do have this Knight of Wands here. So you are very well represented in this reading. We start off with the Temperance card. And as you can see, this really is an angel, and she's doing alchemy. She's changing one thing into another. So this is balancing of energies of some kind. And as you can see, she has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land. So again, we're talking about balance. The other thing about this card, she's also my patience card. She's telling me to tell you, her message is, I should just say, her message is that you're going to need to be patient with people through this next couple of weeks. I feel as though there may be some things that are come in that could trigger you. But if you are aware and you've listened to this video, I think that you may be able to direct your energy in a completely different channel, meaning that you won't necessarily just react depending on what the issue is, because it's going to be something different from all of you, right? Because you all have different lives, and this is a general reading. But what this energy is really representing here with with the Temperance card is this idea of caution and balance, as well as thinking things through. Now, the other thing that I always pick up with this card is if you're going to be signing any kind of documents, like you're going to buy something that requires you to sign some type of a contract, this is when she will show up. Now, you would think that that would come up with the Justice card, and it does. However, she is also my angel of making sure of taking care of you. So make sure that if you are going to be buying anything, that you read the fine print before you just sign your name, okay? Just as a precaution. Okay, Aries, here we go. The Emperor. So the Emperor is the divine masculine energy. This Emperor is my he's my badass king. So the Emperor is the combination of all the 4 kings of all the suits. He is one step above him, right? And as you can see, he does have the rams there. He's all about the fire energy. His energy represents authority, leadership. He is a really strong leader. He's not afraid to get into the trenches with his men, as they would say. You know, if you're thinking about to the emperor days, most emperors wouldn't do that, but he would. He knows how to get things done, this emperor, and he does not put up with a lot of dilly-dally. His energy is quite strong. This does represent your energy here. And if you're a female watching this video, I'm going to say we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. So it's not really a gender specific, although it does represent the divine masculine. So if you are working on divine masculine issues for yourself, meaning maybe you're working through, maybe you're a single mother and you have, children. I would say that even though you are an empress, as the divine feminine, you could also be embracing this emperor. You're the one that's going to be getting things done. There is no dilly-dally. The other thing about this card always reminds me of Donald Trump. And I don't mean Donald Trump as the president of the United States, but Donald Trump, the businessman. This gentleman knows how to create a business. He knows all about intricacies of business building. And, he is one of those guys that has just risen to the top. He's smart. He's educated. He's very much like a Donald Trump. But if you don't like Donald Trump, I can't think of another individual who is a really super successful businessman, which is why I always say he's my Donald Trump card. But anyway, that's the energy of this card. So you will either be embracing this energy for yourself because this is Aries energy, or you could be coming across someone on your path that is this emperor, somebody that it could be, maybe it's the CEO of your company. Maybe it is someone who is very business savvy, who has multiple businesses, because there's a lot of those. And sometimes those people that have a lot of wealth and have a lot of knowledge behind being a person that has a lot of businesses, sometimes you can't tell, because sometimes they just walk around in a regular t-shirt and a pair of jeans. You have no idea how much money they have, right? So you just never know. But anyway, this energy is going to come for you this next week. And I feel as though this is going to be the energy that you will be embracing. Now, one of the things that's in your obstacles position is this Eight of Cups. Now, typically the Eight of Cups is a card of, it's a kind of a card of sadness. It's a card of walking away from things that no longer serve you. And as you can see, he is completely walking away from these cups here, going off into another direction. Now, the thing that I am reminded when I look at this card is, even though it may be a hard time, maybe some of you are walking away from a friendship because maybe you've realized that this friend is backstabber, or maybe you realize that this best friend talks about you behind your back and, gossips and all of that. Or it could be a situation where you're walking away from a relationship because that relationship is no longer serving you. You're no longer comfortable in that relationship. There's something that has been, there's a line that has been crossed that has caused you to get to this point where you are walking away from whatever this situation is. Now, the other thing about this card is that I always say that when you're walking away from the Eight of Cups, that means you're walking towards the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is our wish card. So even though it feels as though you're giving up something, you may be bringing in something even better into your life. So it's actually not a bad card, especially because it's in your obstacles position. And basically what it is saying is whatever it is that you're walking away from is really for your highest and best outcome. Now, the next card that we have is the Six of Swords. And what I'm saying, when I'm saying that you're walking away from something, this next card is reiterating that you're going from a place of turmoil or a place of drama to calmer shores. Now, the story behind the Six of Swords is that this woman and this child are leaving behind everything because where they came from was not a safe place for them. And while they have little with them, they're willing to cross these waters, the choppy waters that are now going to be calm waters. They are moving forward. And the ferryman here is someone that is going to come along, that is going to be giving you some assistance in some area of your life when you least expect it. And it's going to be one of those things where they come along and it's going to be like, I don't know, like a Good Samaritan type of a feeling. That's the energy that I'm picking up here for you, Aries. And then your final card is the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knights are all about taking action, right? Moving forward. Stop thinking. Stop planning. Now you got to implement. And as you know, Aries, Wands are all about getting off your buns and get moving, right? So that's exactly what he's doing. So for any of you that have started a project, have started looking at ways to grow a business or start a business, or maybe you are thinking about doing something that you've never done before that is going to bring you passion and it's going to bring you creativity and inspiration, that's going to motivate you to get going. This card is your, forge ahead, go forward. We've got your back. And I feel as though you're going to land on your feet because Aries always seem to land on their feet. Overall, your reading looks really, really good. The only thing else I want to talk about with this is that when we're looking at the Temperance card, this is also my card of neutrality, right? And Aries, I know it's one of those things because I married two Aries, well, separately. My first husband was an Aries and my second husband was an Aries. And I know that a lot of times they have a tendency to get really fired up. And when they do, of course, whatever comes out of their mouth is going to come out of their mouth. That doesn't mean all of you were that way, but my experience was that that was kind of the way that it was. But so she's also my card of neutrality. And I was just saying to a friend either today or yesterday about how as we're progressing on our ascension path, one of the key elements that we are trying to attain is that level of neutrality, so that when things happen, they don't trigger us, because the trigger has to do with the ego, right? Okay, there we go. So let me put myself back on card view. And now I'm going to pull your last 5 main themes. So let me pull those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so your first card is dogs. Getting together with friends. Well, that's awesome. Okay, sounds like a good thing to do. Get together with your friends. Table, hard work ahead. Yeah, I think we are all working through a lot of things. So yeah, I feel as though it isn't really just specific to Aries. I feel like everybody's working really hard right now because we're still trying to figure out how to get out from underneath this mess that is like bubbling up to the surface, right? Your next card is Weeping Willow. So there is family sorrow for some of you or a few of you. And if you have had a loss, my heart goes out to you sincerely. My condolences, deepest condolences. Your next card is the Wind Chimes, Peace and Harmony. That's a beautiful card. I love that. I actually just bought myself new wind chimes because I love them. So when I do my shorts, I don't know if you are watching my shorts, but when I do my shorts, and I post them on YouTube, a lot of times I will have my wind chimes playing in the background. I just love the sound. And the sound of, that isn't like I'm breaking any rules, because YouTube is really funny about, the music that you play. But since it's wind playing my chimes, I think I'm in good shape. Okay, your last card is Dolphin. Financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Well, that sounds really lovely. Overall, I think your reading looks really good. I hope you have found some messages here that resonated with you. If you have any comments for me, please put them in the box below, because I will definitely read them and respond. Again, if you have not liked my video, please do that as well. And I'm going to sign off. This is all I have for you this round, but I will be back shortly, so please keep looking for those notifications. And until then, take very good care of you and enjoy the rest of May.